This video is in response to the ongoing Paris terrorist attacks, and so first of all, my condolences to the family who's lost people. This is horrible. And to all of Paris, I know you're traumatized, and France, and all of us. I mean, our hearts are bleeding right now, but my condolences to the family members. This has got to serve as a wake-up call. Obama, when he talked to the American people about it, he said, this is not just an attack on the people of France, but this is an attack on all of humanity and the universal values that we all share. I call bullshit. We don't all share the same values. Cultural diversity is real. This was not an attack on humanity. This was an attack by Islam on the West. This was an attack by Islam on the West. And again, we don't all share the same values. We're not all part of humanity. We got to become culturist, right? We have a culture and we have a right to protect it. It's a very particular culture and we have to protect it. France, for example, France has banned the burqa, but they ban it because they're secular, right? Because they don't want to take sides. They're neutral. That's a mistake. France is not neutral culturally. France has a culture. The French Enlightenment, the French Revolution, as Voltaire told us, was all about universal rights, but that was very French, right? That comes from a Christian, Judeo-Christian background, right? Christ said every individual is important. Every soul is important. That's where we get democracy. That's where we get freedom of speech. This is not universal. We are the West. The West has a culture. France has a culture. You got to ban the burqa, but not because you don't want to, have religion in public, but because we are a French Christian nation. We're the West. The burqa is not Western. It's Islamic. Got to get out. And you might say, well, this is really just stating the obvious. No, this is really far from obvious, right? Right now we have millions of military-age men coming from Islamic countries into the West on humanitarian grounds. We got to get rid of these humanitarian grounds. We have a culture. We have a right to protect it. Cultural diversity is real. Other cultures are different. Islam is different, right? Muhammad was not Jesus. Muhammad was a warrior. He was in over 20 battles. He supervised the beheading of over 700 people because they disagreed with him. Right? Jesus was a hippie. His values, our values are very different. Cultural diversity is real. We got to shout this from the rooftops. Cultural diversity is real. Right now, Merkel and Obama are beating up on the president of Hungary. Why? Because he doesn't want to let refugees in. So they beat him up and they say, you are a racist. That is so patronizing. It is so ignorant. It is not about race. It's not because their skin is off-white. It's because cultural diversity is real. These are people from a hostile culture, a very different, aggressive, violent, hostile culture. To let them in is suicide. And stop, news people with this. Was it ISIS? Was it Al-Qaeda? Was it a lone wolf? No, it was Islam, okay? It's not one little group. Cultural diversity is real. Civilizations crash. We've got to understand these culturist messages and get away from this multicultural globalism stuff. Cultural diversity is real. We're under attack. So, we have to even realize this. This is even astounding, right? Obama, when he talked about this tragedy, he said, the French people will not be terrorized. No, the French people are terrorized. To lose a loved one is horrible. The French were just attacked in this Charlie Hebdo thing. The French people are under attack. This is a war. We've got to wake up. We are terrorized. This is a war. We've got to fight back. The pain that we have from losing loved ones, that's got to go into being aggressive, into realizing we have a culture and protecting it, a right to protect it, a right to protect ourselves. So get culturist, get battle ready. Throw away this humanitarian, multicultural stuff. Don't believe it when they say you're racist. You're a culturist. You're protecting your culture. You have a right to do that. It's a glorious culture. So get battle ready. Feel the pain. Bury your loved ones and get ready to fight. Fight for your culture. Become culturist. Please, this has got to serve as a wake-up call.